I want you to keep in mind something. In comparison to the debut week, Angel Reese's debut game with the Rose BC Basketball Club has lost over half of its viewership.
The latest ratings report from week 3 of Unrivaled is in, and things aren't looking great for Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed face of women's basketball, who's been adamant that she's on par with Caitlin Clark in growing the game, hasn't exactly been putting up the numbers to back up that claim.
Scratch that, more than half of its opening night audience within 3 weeks. We see numbers of 310,000, 320,000. 3 weeks later, 140,000 viewers for Unrivaled. More than half of the audience has disappeared. Oh no, say it ain't so. This can't be good.
Let's break it down, because numbers don't lie, but they can be a little amusing. Angel Reese's team faced off against Phantom, and with all the drama surrounding her ejection, you'd think fans would flock to the game like it was the season finale of a reality show. I mean, ejections usually bring the drama, memes, and non-stop Twitter debates, right? But nope, the game only managed to pull in 140,000 viewers.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like,
I'm sorry. I can't. She really believes that. She believed it then. She believed that they were started to watch her because of that one game.
Now, let's put that into perspective. Another game in the same league, Laces versus Owls, drew 190,000 viewers. That's 50,000 more people who chose to watch a game with no ejections, no drama, just good old-fashioned basketball. No sideline spats, no dramatic exits, just layups, jump shots, and probably some solid defense.
Why no one is supporting their secondary dump. They wonder why no one is watching pretend basketball. Maybe if they focused on the actual basketball instead of focusing on their weird utopian fantasies, maybe their dump would be upgraded to a polished turf.
So, what does this mean? Maybe the ejection wasn't the ratings magnet everyone expected it to be. Or maybe, just maybe, fans are actually tuning in for the basketball, not just the drama. Wild concept, right? Either way, Angel Reese's team might need to rethink their strategy. If the drama isn't driving views and the game itself isn't either, then what's left? Mascot dance-offs, half-court trick shots, free tacos for viewers? Somebody better get the marketing team on the phone.
We start getting there. Saturday coverage, 98,000 on True TV alone. On True TV alone, but they must not have counted TNT. It wasn't on TNT. It was on True TV only. Okay? It was on True TV only. So no TNT numbers, no HBO Max numbers. Lunar Owls on True TV, 118,000. Missed Rose on True TV, 76,000.
See, so Angel, are we still buying into the idea that you're the driving force behind the league's growth? Because from where I'm sitting, the numbers are painting a very different picture. And let's be real, numbers don't lie. Unless you're rounding up your follower count. Wait, after all the drama, the attitude, and the "I'm changing," the game speeches, you still can't even get people to tune in? We already know what her fans are about to say. But Angel is a star. She's just as influential as Caitlin Clark. To that I say, really? Because last time I checked, being influential usually means people actually show up to watch you play. Let's be honest. If we're talking impact, there's one name clearly standing out above the rest. And that name is Caitlin Clark.
You guys don't remember? Angel Reese said she was also the draw. Did you guys forget about that? The hottest woman basketball player on the planet isn't involved in the Unrivaled, and weeks in, ratings are down under 100,000 viewers. So where's the lie? What am I missing?
And let's not forget, Angel herself said, "It's not just Caitlin changing the WNBA, it's me too." Logically, ma'am, your viewership numbers seem to disagree. Because last time we checked, when Caitlin Clark hits the court, ratings skyrocket like gas prices in the summer. When Angel steps on the court, well, let's just say the numbers are looking more like a clearance sale at a discount store. Decent, but not exactly selling out. And don't get me wrong, we love a confident athlete talking their talk. But if you're going to claim you're shifting the culture, the least you can do is bring the numbers to back it up.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that.
Otherwise, we might have to put some of these "I'm changing the game" claims on layaway until further notice. At the end of the day, I respect Angel's hustle. I mean, the effort to stay relevant even when the numbers aren't backing it up, that takes dedication. She's got talent in the talking department, no doubt, but let's not pretend the league is booming because of her when the stats clearly say otherwise. Caitlin Clark isn't just bringing in ratings, she's shattering records with them.
Legacy crosses teams and fandoms following today's win. South Carolina coach Dawn Staley took a moment to acknowledge what Clark has done for the sport.
Just don't want to not utilize this opportunity to thank Caitlin for what she's done for women's basketball. Like, her shoulders were heavy and getting a lot of eyeballs on our game.
Let's be real. If Caitlin Clark were part of Unrivaled, do you honestly think she'd be pulling in less than 200,000 viewers? That's like suggesting a prime LeBron James wouldn't be selling out arenas. It's a stretch, to say the least. Clark has been a ratings magnet wherever she plays. The moment she hits the court, TV networks are practically lining up to cash in. If she were in this league, we wouldn't be talking about slipping ratings. We'd be seeing Unrivaled take over, with networks fighting for broadcast rights and fans everywhere sporting Caitlin Clark jerseys like they're the hottest ticket in town. But here's the reality. Instead of Unrivaled rising to the top, the numbers are heading in the opposite direction. And it's not looking good.
Angel Reese. Unrivaled basketball. Now 190 is better than 140, but both are better than the week prior and both are better than the opening night. We are headed on a downward spiral. Fast. This is falling fast, folks. This is going fast.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Unrivaled kicked off with a solid 300,000 viewers. A great start, a promising sign for the future of women's basketball, but fast forward just 3 weeks, and that number has been cut in half. Half. As in, if Unrivaled's viewership were a paycheck, players might be having some uncomfortable calls with their landlords. So, how did we get here? How does a league that was supposed to revolutionize women's basketball find itself losing viewers faster than a Netflix series getting canceled after one season?
Angel Reese has the 2 lowest rated games in this entire thing. And we might find out about tomorrow that the game on Saturday that she played is the 3rd lowest, or maybe the lowest rated game thus far. But she has the number 1 and number 2 for lowest watch games. 76,000 and 89,000.
Star power is everything. Right now, Unrivaled is missing the one player who could truly elevate the league. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player, she's a phenomenon, a game changer. The kind of athlete who turns heads and sparks debates even among people who don't normally care about sports. Without her, Unrivaled feels, well, like any other basketball league, and that's a big issue. Let's face it, when the WNBA features Clark, they're not just getting viewers. They're pulling in record-breaking numbers, creating buzz that even makes your grandma ask, who's Caitlin Clark? And without her, let's just say those ratings aren't exactly setting any records.
So Caitlin Clark is somebody that is going to probably, she's going to, I would say, be, in my opinion, the second favorite for MVP. I think she is going to be the second favorite for MVP in the WNBA. That is how confident I am in Caitlin Clark's year 2. And we've seen a lot of things.
Unrivaled's downward spiral isn't just a red flag, it's a neon billboard flashing, we need a fix and we need it now. Whether it's signing more big-name players, overhauling the marketing strategy, or even offering Caitlin Clark a lifetime supply of endorsements and Gatorade, something has to change. If Unrivaled wants to be the future of women's basketball, it better make sure there's an audience to actually see that future unfold. Right now, the outlook isn't as bright as they hoped. Each week, the viewership is dropping. Down, down, down. If this trend continues, by next month, they'll be lucky to break 50,000 viewers. And here's the kicker. The league was sold as the next big thing for women's hoops, a platform for star power to take center stage. But when your star power isn't holding people's attention, what does that say about the league? Imagine launching a groundbreaking league, building all this hype, only to realize the biggest storyline isn't the high-level basketball, but the fact that Angel Reese can't seem to stop embarrassing herself on the court.
She got benched yesterday. How in the hell could y'all call for the coach to get fired when she got 4 points in 8 damn minutes, bro? She had to get benched. She's been playing bad the whole time she's been at Unrivaled, bro.
Let's talk about Angel Reese's grand exit, because it was anything but ordinary. In just 3 weeks, she managed to make Unrivaled history, not for dropping a buzzer beater, not for scoring a career high, but for becoming the first player to get ejected. That's right, not a record for a clutch shot, but for getting tossed out like last season's fashion trend. Now, let's be clear. Some ejections can turn the tide. Take Caitlin Clark out, and suddenly her team's scrambling, looking like they've lost their compass. The absence of a star like Clark leaves a void so large, the defense can't help but fall apart. But Angel? Well, her ejection did the opposite. Her team didn't crumble. They found a new gear, like they'd just been handed a get-out-of-jail-free card for basketball greatness. How do you get booted off the court, and instead of your team mourning, they start playing like they've been liberated from an old losing strategy? Talk about a tough pill to swallow.
Guys, we talk about this all the time. We do. I don't know what it is. She gets ejected, only plays 7 minutes, and her team wins. I mean, how does that happen? She had 15 rebounds. It just so happened she had 5 offensive ones and she missed 5 shots. I'm just throwing that out there. But wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that happens, but the less she plays, the more successful her teams are.
And let's be honest, it's not like Angel Reese was dominating the game before her exit. We're talking about a player who was averaging, what, a solid 7 points, maybe 8 rebounds on a good day? Those aren't exactly MVP numbers. That's more support role than superstar material. If you want to be mentioned in the same sentence as Caitlin Clark, you better be putting up stats that make people stop and say, wait, did she just do that? Instead, fans were checking their phones for updates while the game was still on. At this point, Angel's biggest claim to fame isn't her scoring, her defense, or even her rebounding. It's getting ejected quicker than someone dodging a bad. Date on Tinder? Seriously? How are you making headlines for being kicked out of a game before you've ever really earned them for winning one? But hey, let's give credit where it's due. Angel Reese is still making history. Sure, it's not the kind of history anyone's hoping to make. But hey, if you can't be the best player, at least you can be the most unforgettable one. And in this case, mission accomplished.
Understood her frustration completely. She'll just, she'll grow from that in terms of keeping her composure because she had 15 rebounds. Who's to say she wouldn't have been able to do that in the second half and then end up having 25 to 30 rebounds. So my conversation was just, I just wanted clarity around, what she said just so that I could have a conversation with her after the game about it. But still a super young player, so she's growing and learning.
While Caitlin Clark is out here living her best life, like the protagonist in the sports movie everyone's rooting for, the spotlight keeps shining brighter. Her jersey is being retired, arenas are packed like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and she's enjoying some well-deserved downtime before stepping in and taking over the WNBA like it's her destiny. The Indiana Fever? They're building their own version of the Avengers, and Clark is the undeniable star. Meanwhile, Angel Reese? She's grinding it out in Unrivaled, but it's like watching a show that's slowly fading from the spotlight. Crowds are shrinking week by week, and we're all still trying to figure out how this league is supposed to be the future of women's basketball. Revolutionary? How exactly? Is it by turning professional basketball into just another mediocre tournament with more drama than actual gameplay? The truth is, while Caitlin Clark is gearing up to become the face of the WNBA, Angel Reese is still struggling to keep Unrivaled on the map. One is preparing to be the league's next big thing, and the other is just trying to get people to remember her league even exists. Talk about a tale of two paths.
Yeah, well, I think first of all, I feel very lucky and fortunate because there's also been a lot of really good players to wear this number in this program, whether Sam Logic, Kathleen Doyle, and those two specifically have been very supportive of myself over my career. So just thanks to them more than anything. And I think once you hear the day, it's like, oh, your jersey's getting retired this day. It's like, oh, okay. But when the day approaches very fast, you don't have as much time to prepare for everything that's going to be involved in.
How much longer? Can Angel Reese pretend she's on the same level as Caitlin Clark? Because the numbers don't lie, and neither does the impact. When you strip away the drama, the antics, and the flashy claims, the only thing that truly matters is who can get people to care. And right now, that sure isn't Angel Reese. What do you think about these ratings? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Stay tuned for all the latest updates.